Hello adventurers, Mike Pudlo here for AdventureCrew.com, the web's only adventure site for adventurers by adventurers. We're here today in White Sands National Monument in south central New Mexico. Wonder why they call it White Sands? Well, that's because that's about all that's here, 275 square miles of white sand. But in this huge expanse of pure white gypsum, there are dozens of great hiking trails, a boardwalk, and a surprising array of animals and plants. So ready for the adventure? Let's get going.
My name's Kathy Denton. I'm the education specialist here at White Sands as a park ranger. I've been with the National Park Service 27 years. Well, we're standing in the middle of White Sands National Monument, largest gypsum dune field in the world. This is part of the Tularosa Basin, and my favorite thing out here is dawn and the sun rising.
Here are some items you'll need for your trip out to White Sands: a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, a compass to find your way, some great hiking shoes, and a gallon of water per day per person because there's no water inside of the park.
The gypsum dune field is 176,000 acres, 275 square miles, which is large enough to see from space. To put that in perspective, if you take a train, it would have 325 million boxcars, which is a train that would circle the earth 115 times.
When you're heading through the park, stop by the Inner Dune Boardwalk. It's a simple 650-yard hike with plenty of plants and evidence of wildlife. Behind me is a perfect example of plant life in the park. This skunk bush was once buried by a dune and forced its stems up through the sand. Once the dune moved on, the stems held the sand together and created its very own pedestal of gypsum. Alrighty, well, we're about ready to hike into the dunes. So remember how I told you to bring a compass? Well, here's why. Once you're over the dune, it's going to be nearly impossible to see your car. So we know we'll be heading in the south direction, so to return to the car, we'll look at our compass and head north. This tip here could save your life someday. There's no campground in White Sands, but backcountry camping is allowed if permits are available. Normally, I wouldn't be able to sit in the sand like this on a hot summer day. But since gypsum doesn't convert the sun's energy into heat, this sand is actually very cool to the touch.
Even on July 4th, the hottest day of the year, you can take your shoes off and walk in the sand. It's always cool to the touch.
One thing you'll definitely want to do when you're out here in White Sands is hike up a dune. We're out in Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, hiking up some of the biggest dunes there. And let me tell you, this sand is a lot easier to walk on. So why is that? Well, there's only a few inches of loose sand on the top, and beneath that is cemented gypsum from the past rain. I'm on top of the world's largest outcropping of gypsum.
Gypsum dunes only pile so high, so our highest dunes out here at White Sands may be 70 feet at a stretch. Most of these dunes you see in this area here is about 45 to 50 feet. They can't pile real high because of the nature of gypsum.
Wow, that is gorgeous. White sand everywhere. To find out how all the sand got here, check out our other video on White Sands when Ranger Kathy tells us all about it. Thanks for joining us here at White Sands National Monument. Mike Pudlo here with Adventure Crew. Have a great day, and remember, make every day an adventure.